coming to you live from the It's Funny studios. I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey, welcome everybody to the show. Here we are, middle of September. Hope you are having a good day. How is everybody doing?
Good. Ready for some, we're having some fall weather.
We are.
We have, this week is the big pumpkin festival for our town.
Oh, speaking of that, last weekend, I would drove by and they already had places staked off for people putting up their chairs.
Chairs were already
I wanted to go kick it over and put my chair there. I still might put my chair there until it's public property. You can't stake off public property.
Oh,
we're all taxpayers.
They do.
They can't. I'll bring up a lawsuit.
They'll say you're not a taxpayer in this town.
I bet some of my taxes go to this town in some way or another.
Say I get to enjoy the parade just as
I
much
buy
as the
stuff
next
here.
guy.
My sales tax goes
The
here.
Circle K.
Yeah. All right, that leads us into we're going to talk lawsuits in this episode. So today we got Mike and Greg have something up front. We got 3 would you rathers. We're going to talk about stupid or maybe not so stupid lawsuit. I don't know, and some advertising. And we got a couple of dumb criminal stuff, and that's kind of food related. One is, and then the World Gravy Wrestling Championships had happened. I didn't even know what that was, but I feel like we need to talk about it.
Was it brown or white gravy?
That's going to be one of the questions. I don't know. So let's start off. I don't know. I can't remember who said was going first.
I'll go ahead and knock it out.
Knock it out.
Well, last week we talked about caves and the etchings on caves and stuff like that.
Yes.
Cavemen.
It's the art.
Yeah. So as I was thinking
Did you
about
do some cave etching on your vacation? Go rub a cave wall for a while? Put
I
some
did.
deep grooves in it?
I used a shell.
Ooh.
No, but as I was editing, I was thinking about it, and it's like, do you think they had man caves? The men of the cave tribe? Would that be the right word?
Probably. I mean,
Every cave was a man cave back then.
yeah.
You went out and
So you
clubbed,
don't think they
you
had
went
a-
out and clubbed your woman and drug her back to the cave.
So you don't think they had a separate cave that was the man cave?
No.
That had
Not back then.
That had a little more different etchings on the walls than the regular cave.
That was back when, the men ruled the world, or like I call it, the good old days. Just kidding. Relax.
The women were down beating dishes on a rock or something.
Yeah, probably. Your loincloth, washing it out in the creek, gathering berries for dessert.
All right. So next, that was just, like I said, these are all just random. I'm going to send you guys a couple of pictures from vacation if I can get it to work here.
All right, everybody get ready out there with your phones. Greg's going
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
gonna send
texting you or
everybody-
airdropping some photos.
Okay.
Now be careful. I don't know what photo he's going to airdrop you because people have gotten in trouble with that.
Okay.
What is
here
this
we
a
go.
picture of? Oh,
There's
this is
that.
Greg rubbing the wall and putting his etchings in.
What's he using?
Yikes.
All right. There's the pictures. Okay. So the first one was from the hotel we stayed at on the way down. We were on vacation this week, and we went with Mike and my daughter Courtney, and his wife, and Mike's mom. Well, we stayed at a hotel in Franklin, Tennessee. And so the first one, I was walking by this room, and it had that sign on it. Do you see?
I do see.
It's the telephone room. Why would a hotel have the telephone room?
The only thing I can think of is it electrical equipment for the hotel's phone system.
We didn't open the door.
That would be the only thing I could possibly think.
You
I
open
thought it was
the
a
door
call
and there's a
center.
room full of people on the phone.
Yeah,
and
that's a call center. Tech support.
for the hotel.
Yeah.
You could have used that a few weeks ago.
Yes, I could
There's a
have.
giant stain on my king size bed.
I'd like.
All right, sir, I'd like you to just do me a favor. Rub it. Is it wet? I don't want to touch it.
No, it's dry.
Well, you're halfway there now. That's half the battle right there.
And I would like a regular room number.
Yes, mine is dripped. Down the
Yes,
side of the
dripped
wall.
red. Yeah. So anyway, saw that. And then the next picture, this I thought was kind of funny. So we were by this place that had zip lines. And it says zip line and then free fall. It's like, And then down right below that, at the bottom right, it says zipline photos. Are they photoing free falling? I mean,
All right, Mr. Daniel, you doing the zip line? Well, I don't know. What's the free fall? Boom. Ah!
yeah.
Seems like I shouldn't pay for that. You just pushed me off the building. How is this a ride?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out. You got zip line, free fall, or rock climb.
This sounds like a nice retirement business that I need to go down there and set this up right now.
Yeah.
Free fall, $50 a person for tourists. Come on in and just free fall.
You don't get many return customers on that one, though.
We have your kiddie free fall. That's only for like one story. I'd put a harness on him that has a handle. I just grab the handle and chuck the kid right off the roof. Woo!
This thing was pretty tall, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
you know,
it was,
for a free fall.
Yeah, free fall. Just free fall.
And sudden ending. Free fall with sudden ending. So, I don't know. I just saw these couple things while I was on vacation.
Did you go zip lining?
No. No, I didn't. This didn't look like a fun one. It was like...
Is there a fun zip line?
I think so. I've only done the big one at Branson that's off that tower on top of the hill.
Yeah.
For all you listeners that have been to Branson and seen that one, it's a really tall tower and you go up. Because there are the ones that you go from like tree to tree,
Yeah.
smack into the tree, you know, that sort of thing, which I kind of want to try.
I did a really small zip line that was just like in a 2-story.
Really small.
It was like in a 2-story building. Like it was it went, you know, you started up maybe 10 feet and it went down to the ground. It probably went, I don't know, 100 feet or something. But the harness about destroyed me. It was awful. It was not fun. It was not good. And once you jump off, it's going.
I think the better ones have a better harness than that.
I don't know. My wife's like, well, what? I said, it was horrible. It was terrible. She's like, well, what do you mean? I said, all right, imagine if you just boiled some eggs and you took 2 of those eggs and put them in a plastic baggie and then you squeeze that baggie so both the eggs went into one corner of that bag. That's how my whole trip down the zip line was. I thought you were screaming like a little girl. That's it. It was terrible. It was not fun.
Well, at least you didn't free fall.
I would rather than to have my groin in that vice. They just pushed me off of here. It would, at least it's over quick. The other one, it seemed like it took a long time to get to the bottom.
You counted every 100 feet of that zip line.
Yeah. And when you jump off, I'm a little bit bigger guy, and you jump off, and all that weight kind of went down. Like oh, and there's no adjusting once you go. It's just
you're once you
can't
start,
adjust.
You're gone.
There's no adjustment. I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
Now I know. Pre-adjust, kind of jump a little bit. Yes, like okay, I got to figure out how everything's supposed to go. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, you're good. So, Mike, that's all I had. If you want to continue on.
Yeah, well, so I'd seen a headline, and this is just a disclaimer. Somebody dies in the story, so...
Thanks, Mike.
Oh,
Unlike Greg's stories where he tells us we make fun of it, and then at the end, and they died. Like, well, now we feel bad.
Yeah, so...
Well, we got to get to the humor part of it first.
If we make fun of the dead person, at least you know they're dead up front.
Yes.
So... I feel like we see stories like this all the time. This headline was insane video of gender reveal shows plane wing snap during a flyover and the pilot was killed in the crash. So this was in Mexico.
Is that the sad part?
That is.
Okay.
Sad part.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear.
Just to clarify, yes. So there was a gender reveal party in Sinaloa, Mexico, and the couple were out by a giant sign waiting the plane to fly over. And as the plane flies over, it drops, pink or blue smoke to tell you what gender your baby is.
So black wasn't one of the colors that...
It might have been. It could have been an option. I don't know.
Anymore. They have 87 colors. You can't just go with pink or blue.
Yeah. Well, this particular case, the plane, which this is like one of those little... it's like one of those little little Aggie type planes. So it flies very close. I mean, very close there to the ground. And it drops the pink smoke behind it. And from the video, it's like almost instantly, as soon as it crosses over, drops the smoke, the wing does literally snap in half. And you can see it in the video. And then off in the distance, the camera follows it, and you see the nosedive.
Oh, man. Not
and then
good.
you turn around to the people, and they're just celebrating. I mean, it's just like completely oblivious that happened
terrible.
in the background. And
That's
then
horrible.
And the people, they pop some more pink confetti, to add on to it. And it's like, oh, guys. And then, so I got to thinking, when has there ever been a good story about a gender reveal party? They're all
I've
bad.
been to a couple.
I'm an old curmudgeon. I'm not a fan. I don't know. Just have your kid.
Yeah. I've been to a couple that turned out okay, but...
I mean...
Nobody died? Okay, well, good. That's where we're measuring success. Well, no one died at this one.
No fires were
colors
started.
Fell out of a cake or something, but...
Yeah. Again, dude, I don't know. Just have your kid.
So,
I didn't even want to know what gender
we didn't
ours
know.
was, and of course Lori had to tell me, but...
We'll say that maybe for
another podcast. Yeah.
I did
that was
find just a little digging. Some other fails gender reveal parties. So apparently in Mexico it's very popular to fly planes to announce your gender, baby's gender.
Mexico or New Mexico?
Mexico.
Okay.
In Cancun, there was another plane crash that resulted in 2 people dying. This one, the boat went into the water, fell into the ocean, with another nosedive. So there's that.
Or the plane.
A plane. What did I say, boat? Sorry, I meant to say the plane.
That's where the boat should go.
Sorry. No, the boats were fine. They were good.
This is the plane. Okay,
Yeah.
the plane went into the water.
The plane.
Gotcha.
Plane, yes. It crashed into the water again. Thank you for clarifying that. And then you get into the fires. There's all these fires that have been started through explosives and fireworks and all this stuff. The El Dorado fire, this was in San Bernardino County in California, started in 2020 from a gender reveal party when it caused 25 fatalities, including a 39-year-old firefighter.
Oh, my God.
25 people died
Crazy.
for 2 people
But at least
to
they knew
announce.
what the baby was going to be.
It was caused by a smoke-generating pyrotechnic device. So, yeah, at least you found out. But, hey, 25 people died in the process. So, jeez, man, it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It burned 7,000 acres. 500 firefighters had to be deployed to the fire, including 4 helicopters and 60 fire engines. Just insane.
Was there any penalties for the people who started that one?
It didn't. I'm sure there was. It didn't say on this particular one. This one was absolutely insane to me. I'm just going to cover a few of these quickly. But there was an Iowa woman who had died after she was struck by a debris. Basically, that the couple had built a pipe bomb, more or less. They didn't realize somehow that quotes maybe, that they built a pipe bomb to announce the gender. It went off and a piece of the metal struck and killed someone there. So that's good. There was one that it didn't say how they set it up, but there was another explosion. So this one says an explosion that shook homes more than 2 miles away. Apparently, the blast was so strong that it was felt by residents 2 miles away, and it left foundation damage on those houses up to 2 miles away. Cracks in the foundation and the structure of the houses. And then this one was probably what I thought was the most insane. There was somebody, and he was actually an Arizona Border Patrol agent, had shot a pistol at a explosive target that was going to explode the pink or the blue smoke. Well, he shot it and caused an explosion that sparked the 2017 sawmill fire, and that damaged 45,000 acres and cost more than $8 million in damage.
Jeez.
And then 2 kind of just quick ones here to wrap up. I've seen a video here without playing the actual video. There's a guy who wrestles an alligator to make the alligator bite a watermelon.
What is the alligator going to tell them? It's a girl. Tell me.
No,
Uncle.
The guy dyed his blood beforehand, and when he gets a limb bit off, you're going to know what color it is.
I was confused. I'm like, how is wrestling an alligator going to reveal the gender of your baby?
Yeah,
How did he get his blood pink?
Florida?
Louisiana.
It's probably a good guess. It didn't specify here, but I would probably go with Florida man.
Florida man, yeah.
Yeah, no, it says he went up to it and was tapping its nose to get it to bite into a watermelon that was filled with the Jell-O. So you had to fill a watermelon with the correct color of Jell-O. Then you had to go wrestle the alligator to get the alligator to bite it. And then the last one is just this is the one that I got a chuckle out of. So have you guys seen those air cannons? It's kind of like the poppers where you punch them in or whatever, pull them out, and it shoots the confetti.
Yep.
So the couple's doing it. And the guy, he goes to shoot his popper. Well, it is shot. The recoil hit a specific area that may or may not be the same area that Doug was referring to earlier from the zip lines. And it took him out of commission.
Well, I'm seeing blue for a boy.
I just thought
this will be their only child.
Yes, exactly. And I say at least they documented the story and they can tell their kid why they're an only sibling.
That's right.
So.
Because your parents are stupid.
So anyway, it's just so many things out there with these gender reveal parties. I feel like every time you see something about it, it's never good.
It is never
good.
No, it's not. Well, to continue, do you want me to continue then, Mike? Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to continue the kind of baby theme, did you see my first news story there? So basically the headline is pregnant Jana Kramer's cheating ex tainted baby moons for her. I was like, what the heck?
I don't even understand
what's
that.
What's a baby moon? Well, so it goes on to say, Jana Kramer isn't sold on the idea of taking a baby moon before the birth of her third child, her first with her fiancé, Alan Russell. Kramer announced the couple was expecting a baby a few weeks after revealing that Russell proposed to her following their 6.5-month courtship. So they didn't rush into anything. You know, they waited 6.5 months.
I don't know who this woman is. I feel like
she's
the
old singer,
the
I guess.
oldest
Country
person
singer.
I have no idea who she is
So
either.
I guess she's a country singer. It says I Got the Boy singer also noted that she has a negative taste regarding baby moons after her ex-husband, Mike Cawson, cheated on her. One of the things he told me happened a week before our baby moon in L.A., which I thought was like the most magical trip we had, Kramer revealed. And we went to the Montage in Laguna Beach, and I'm like, wait a week before you...
He cheated on her during the baby moon?
A week before the baby moon. Now, the thing is...
If it would have been after, it would have been fine. But before, how
before
dare
the baby
he?
moon.
How dare you?
Well, and my thing is a honeymoon occurs after you get married.
Yeah.
They're taking these baby moons before they have the baby. I think you should have to wait and take the baby with you on the baby moon. I mean, because that's how...
it says before the birth of her third child. This isn't even the full... this is just a vacation.
No.
You're just taking a vacation.
It's a baby moon.
No, it's a vacation. You can call it whatever you like, Trebek. It's a vacation.
Well, I kind of took the same thought, and I went on a vasectomy moon. And it was great.
Mine was not very good.
No, the vasectomy moon was.
No, that's what I said. Mine didn't. I didn't really go. We went to Walmart. I was like, it's like
actually, I went to a Walgreens afterwards.
I think I'm getting cheated on this.
You didn't go ziplining after?
I felt like it. Had I done that before, I don't think I would have needed the big V. No, I got a frozen bag of peas. The only thing that peas are good for.
So when you think celebrities are about as wacky as you can get, along comes baby moons. I've never heard of anybody else saying they took a baby moon.
I haven't either. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was somebody with like a really small butt. You know, like, I got a baby moon.
Oh, that's very nice. So,
well, I'm assuming the baby moon has to come after the gender reveal, though, right? I mean, that's
if you live through the gender reveal. Yes. Yeah. Then you take the baby moon until your ex breaks up with you, and then you cancel the baby moon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Till you're 6 months later and you have the other guy's baby, then you can take the baby moon.
Oh my gosh! All right, well,
so good luck to her. I hope she's able to get on her baby moon at some point.
Sure.
Just when I read that, I'm like, baby moon? People are just wacky, man. They're just losing it.
Yeah.
I agree.
I would agree completely.
Where do you go on a baby moon? Toys R Us?
Well, that's not even around anymore.
No, that's an old reference.
I don't know.
Or what do you do?
I'm assuming it's got to be some fancy place, Cancun.
Yeah.
No,
something like that.
Full disclosure, I've never been pregnant. But it seems like...
What? With the big V, I mean, it's like...
Even before then. But I remember my wife being pregnant. It didn't seem like she was in a real let's go run around a vacation type when she's pregnant.
I want to throw a bikini on.
No. No. Yeah, let's go to Disneyland and walk around and stand in the heat. Let's go to the beach. Well, what am I going to wear? Yeah, like you said, where are you going to go? Usually they're swollen, their feet hurt, they're moody, I'm not saying that's, I mean, you should be, or I understand it, but I don't think that most women want to do that. Maybe they just want to go by themselves to a spa. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, get away from your husband and go on a spa. You'll be happy. Your husband will be happy.
It's a win-win scenario.
It's a win-win all the way around.
Yeah, I don't get her story either, because she says, so she's with a different guy and is going to have her third baby. But she's upset because her ex, I guess, revealed he was cheating a week before their baby moon in
Makes
LA.
sense to me, Greg.
Okay, so did she take a baby moon before her third child or not? I'm getting confused now. I'm all confused.
I am too, because then it says, and we went to Montage and Laguna Beach, and I'm like, wait a week before you were X, Y, and Z? Like, I don't know. It kind of tainted it. So
you don't understand what she's saying, Greg?
The tainting, I guess, is the next baby moon after he announced he cheated on her. I don't know.
Makes sense to me. I mean,
see, taint seems like it comes before the baby moon to me, but maybe
like something
not.
else entirely.
I'm totally confused on what's going on, and so I guess they did go on a baby moon.
Yes.
So it must have not been. Her baby moon wasn't tainted too much.
Well, yeah,
she
her
still
baby
went.
moon was with the previous guy, who was a football player.
So she didn't go on a baby moon with this guy.
Well, it was tainted. I don't know if they actually went or not.
Seems like this guy's getting the raw deal. He didn't do the cheating, and he's getting the tainted moon.
That comes right after the waxing. Before the waning.
If I had a waxing moon, there'd be a lot of waning after that, I will say. That is not
Maybe
good.
a full moon.
Probably a red moon. A blood moon. All right. I think we've done everything we can
I think
for
we
that
beat
story.
the baby moon to death.
I think we did. Poor baby moon. All right. We ready to jump into the Would You Rather?
Yes, let's move on from the moons.
Okay. Would you rather
Would you rather go to the moon?
have your taint be the baby? What? I don't know. I'm confused on what's happening. We have a waxing and a taint and baby moons. I'm still not sure what that story was about now. I thought I knew, and I got totally confused at the end. But anyway.
Her baby moons are tainted, so that's the brunt of it.
Would it be a baby taint, I guess, if it was a baby moon?
No. It's a baby moon.
It's a full-blown taint.
Never mind.
Okay. All right, let's start off here. The first one I have, I don't know who wants to go first here, but we'll just say, I saw this, and this is interesting to me. I think it's a little more. At first, I was like, oh, that should be easy. But the more I thought about it, I was like, I don't know. It says, would you rather have to live your entire life as an adult or a child? So you were born, like you would never experience childhood ever. Or you will never experience adulthood. So, your childhood, you got that innocence and period where it's just, everything's fun and happy and good. You don't know all the bad things that are coming, and you're just living in ignorant bliss.
Yeah.
But adulthood, I mean, you're missing out on driving, getting married, having a family, all these
Not
other
selling it very well.
Well, both of them have things that are good. Mm-hmm. But I guess Greg driving, having a family isn't great for Greg. But for me, I love having a family. So it would make it difficult. Well, we'll let Greg go first. He seems to know where he's going right away.
Well, it's interesting. This is a tough one because remember when you were 16 or 17 and you wanted to be an adult so bad? Like you said, you wanted to drive. You're waiting for that 21st birthday, maybe. Yeah. So you're really wanting, but now
I guess what age of a child or kid are we talking?
I think
about?
we got to talk about like 5. I mean, you got to be like 5 or 6 years old.
Oh, I was going to say maybe 10 or 12, up to 12. I say you can't drive, and you don't have the responsibilities of an adult.
See, I think I would go younger. I'm going to push for younger because, I mean, if you want to talk about that childhood innocence, like no care in the world, I think you got to be a little bit younger than.
All right, then what?
Maybe I lived a sheltered life because I was pretty much that way for most of my. Because I grew up in the 70s and the early 80s, so it's kind of like we just done everything. We didn't grow up in the rough, mean, tumble streets like Mike.
You grow up fast. Life comes at you fast.
That's right.
I guess what I'm trying to say is you'd have to be a kid. I want to do the childhood years earlier than even when you can get a taste of maybe some of the stuff.
And how
that comes
old of an
up.
adult are we talking?
Are
we talking about like 60? Or are you talking about in your 20s? Let's say the prime. Let's say the prime of your
20s,
adult,
because you don't have enough experience at your 20s.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Say the prime of your adulthood and the prime of your childhood. Just to be fair, whatever that would be.
That could vary by person, really.
Yeah, just so whatever that would be.
I don't know. No, I think I'm going adult. I mean,
and you miss out on all that
fun.
childhood.
It was fun being a kid, but you don't realize what you don't know. I mean, it's like
ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I don't really have a great reason. I'm going adult.
Okay, Mike, I'll let you go first, and then
sure.
Or next, I should say. Greg went first.
I was also leaning adult for most of this. But then it's like you think back to all the good times you had when you were a kid with your friends, sleepovers, or just doing whatever with your siblings and going to the pool or whatever it is. It's like, man, there are a lot of days where it's like, I wish I could just go back to that. So you know what?
But when you were that age, did you ever think, oh, I'd love to be an adult?
Oh, sure. I mean, you think...
See, I don't know if I did at that age where I was just having fun.
At your prime?
Well, let me put it this way. You don't think about, oh, boy, I can't wait to pay taxes to the IRS. I mean, you think about what do you want to be when you grow up.
Yeah, but
you want to go be an astronaut.
To me, yeah, you're not thinking of the negatives, just like you're not thinking of the negatives of being a child.
Yeah.
Because there are definitely negatives.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't do anything.
Don't let him talk you out of it, Mike. Stick with your guns if you want to.
If you want to be a child, you go right ahead.
And be happy. Or if you want to be an adult and be jaded.
I guess
you will never experience a baby moon.
You could be the baby moon, though.
I don't want to have them tainted. No. But there's been so much stuff that's happened the last few years. That's like, you know what? I'm going to go with being a kid.
All right.
I'm going to do it because I could go back to. Man, I just think about those carefree days. It's like we lived out in the country too. We had all this space that my brother and I could do whatever we wanted. We would ride our bikes up and down the street. Then after that, you do whatever the heck else you want to do for the rest of the day. Now, will I ever drive a car? No, I guess I won't. I won't ever go where I want to go.
And answer to your parents.
I'll always have to answer my parents, I guess. But you know what? I'll take it.
Instead of always having to answer to your wife or the government.
I'll be a kid.
You have to answer to somebody your whole life.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, this was a tough one for me because it was close. Both, I mean, it's real close.
When I think what it is for me is, it's the nostalgia talking. I think that's where that comes from.
Oh, I could go there very easily, but
I went adult, but just barely, and simply again because you won't experience the having a family, and that right there was what put me over the top. I don't know, getting a little soft, little soft in my old age
instead of crotchety.
Yeah. Well, I'm not crotchety after the ziplining incident. It took it out of me.
Are you soft?
I am soft. So I think I'll go adult, but it's like 51-49. I mean, because there is so much about that you're going to miss. You'll never experience as if just you went straight to adulthood.
True. Unless you have a family at a very young age.
Well, that being said, you'll get to experience, I guess, vicariously through them, but you won't experience it.
No, you won't.
You'll have to work for probably 70 years. I'm talking myself out of it.
Instead of it just feeling like it.
That's right. No, I think I'm going to
No, I mean, when I was a kid, I'd do chores, I guess, so I'm working still for the man, I guess, but the man is my parents, so I mean, but I get an allowance, I guess.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm sticking with adult though. All right.
There's layers in that one. Yeah, there's a lot of layers.
That was a good one. We split the room, which is what we tried to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next one, we'll get a little more goofy now with the next two. It says, would you rather begin every sentence with, "Hey, idiot," or end every sentence with, "Haha, I was just kidding." And you can't say, no one knows why. They just think, you just have to say it. So Greg went first last time. I don't know. Mike, you want to go first? Or you want?
I can go first.
Okay, I'll go first on the next one.
Okay, so here's the dilemma. You're either going to be having to defend yourself immediately because you called somebody an idiot trying to talk to them, or you're going to have to, or people will never take you seriously because you're admitting that you're kidding. So,
and every time you try to defend yourself, it says it's not every conversation; it's every sentence.
Yeah.
Hey, idiot. You want to do this? Wow, Mike, why'd you call me an idiot? Hey, idiot. I don't know why. It's like you're constantly, and if you're married, good luck with that.
I think I'm going to have to go with the "I'm just kidding" part of it, even though no one will take you seriously. I just don't want to make people hostile towards me right off the bat.
My grandpa just died, so I'm going to have to miss work tomorrow. I'm so sorry about that. Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, better than
you might have to say it after saying your grandpa, though, if you choose that.
This is true.
Better than going to asking for a raise. Hey, idiot, I want a raise.
I want a raise. Just kidding.
And if you say it, if you do it the other way, you might say, "Hey, idiot, my grandpa died."
Yeah, there's that. So what did you go with, Mike?
I'm going with "I'm just kidding" because I don't want to make people hostile right off the bat with calling them idiots. So I'm going with the "I'm just kidding." Try to play it off maybe a little bit better than I don't know. Than calling.
Well, since you're only 13 years old, you can do that.
That's right.
Well, I'm 5 in my scenario, so.
Well, then it's cute. Then.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
All right, I'm going with "Hey, idiot." I'll just be the jerk. I don't care. I'm accused of it anyway, so I'm going all in, pushing all the chips into the table on that one. My wife says I look angry half the time. I have a jerk face. Like, all right, I'll just go in. So I'm just like, "Hey, idiot, let's get going." Most of the time, that's what I want to say anyway. So I'm just going with it. I'm going all in. "Hey, idiot." It's going to cause a lot of problems. My life's going to be miserable, but probably not much different than what it is in reality. So I'll just go with the "Hey, idiot." So that's where I'm heading.
Let me know how that job search goes.
Yeah. Well, I can do a lot of it online, hopefully.
You have to type it. "Hey, idiot."
It says saying. We'll say speak.
All right. Yeah, this is a tough one again. But I got to go with Mike on this one. I got to go the just kidding. Because I don't want to be I don't want to get somebody antagonized right at the get-go of the conversation. I mean, it's like there's too many people. I think the proportion of people that I either like appreciate and don't want to tick off outweighs the number of ones. Well, I don't know about that. Now that I think about it. But no, I think I want to go with the just kidding.
Okay. Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Mike and Greg are doing a lot of just kidding, and I'm being a jerk. So.
That's right, idiot.
That's right. The last one. Would you rather have a freakishly large smile? I mean freakishly large.
That's creepy.
Or a freakishly small nose. I mean teeny tiny nose. So it's either freakishly, like you go to smile like, hey, Mike goes, oh my gosh. I mean, it's going to be off-putting.
Or a teeny nose.
It's going to be off-putting to people. And I guess I'm going to have to go first.
Is the nose still functional? I mean,
you smell and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, you do all that.
But it's still nose shaped and everything. It's
it's not like
not like Pigman from Seinfeld.
No, it's a nose. It's a regular nose.
Right.
It's just freakishly small.
Hard to jam your regular sized fingers up it.
I guess you have to give up picking your nose if you're doing that. That's all very true.
Maybe you can use your pinky.
Maybe you could. You can get like toothpicks.
Q-tips.
I hadn't even
Q-tips are
thought
too
about
big.
that angle.
Q-tips are too big. I'm going with the freakishly large smile. I'm going to just, it's going to be off-putting, but it's like, like, oh my gosh, is that guy going to eat me? What's happening? But I'm just going with that. I wear glasses. How is that going to work? My glasses will have to be, I mean, you know,
they're going
the
to
size
get
of saucers just to get
every
pushed
time.
into my nose. I can't do this, the freakishly small nose. And besides, with me saying, hey, idiot, I'm not going to be smiling that much. Where you guys are, just kidding. Ha-ha. And you got the Cheshire Cat grin going on there. So, yeah, I'm taking the grin. I'm going with the large grin.
All right. I'm trying to think of the upside to either, which there are none.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
Usually in these scenarios, there's not much upside.
And then downside, like you said, that's that freaky grin, man. The big ones. I think of Brad from The Middle.
Like you said, if you have that tiny little nose, if you get a cold or allergies, you can't breathe.
Probably can't breathe very much anyway.
True.
No.
I got to go with small nose.
Snorkeling?
Like I said, it's going to be a
You can't
pain.
snorkel on your vacation?
Well, I'll have a special snorkel made to fit my freaky small nose.
And if COVID comes back, that test is going to kill you.
Oh,
It's going to destroy you.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That would hurt. Yeah. I think I got to go with nose though.
All right.
Yeah. Even though I'm gonna have trouble keeping my glasses up.
Down to Mike.
But I think with a smile, I would be pushing my glasses up all the time.
Maybe.
you know, I think when I think about the Smile, I do think about that Smile movie. That
Yeah.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
It's kinda
I never saw
freaky.
that movie, but the commercial freaked me out.
Yeah,
I
kind
didn't
of
like it.
freaky.
On the upside, I won't have to be looking at it.
True.
Doug will be in a picture and they'll say, smile. Geez.
See, the thing with that, I don't have to smile. Unless it just happens organically and something makes me
makes you
laugh and I
laugh.
smile, but
Like
I
this
could try not
podcast.
to. Oh, I would be smiling all the time.
You know what? I guess I'm going to go. I was going to take the nose, but I think I'll take the Smile. Yeah, I'll take the Smile.
Any reasoning or?
Well, I think if I don't have to smile all the time, I'll just go with the blank slate approach. I'll do the 1,000-yard stare, I think, as best I can. I don't know. I can't avoid smiling. Like, I'm gonna smile eventually. But-
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh,
throw,
yeah.
I'm gonna throw so much comedy at you guys.
Of course, you'd be like,
Oh, listen.
Come on, guys.
That'll make me smile.
it would make me smile.
So there, I got it built in.
Greg's gonna be really freaked out with both of us smiling back at him.
You get a cold and be like, what's happening? Greg's sneezing.
Yeah, but there won't be much coming out. You know.
You'll save on Kleenexes. One of those Kleenexes that last you a month.
Oh, yeah.
Just one Kleenex.
So there's a benefit.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was I don't think we agreed.
No, I think we split the room on all of them.
All right, we like
That's
that.
impressive.
Okay, well, let's go to. We got a lawsuit. I saw Burger King is being sued because they say that its Whopper isn't as big as what they say. So
What? Smaller Whopper?
they say that.
Whopper, 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 Whopper.
They said the Whopper. Oh, jeez, I hate
Double
that.
something,
Yes.
triple Whopper.
The proposed class action lawsuit alleges that the company makes the Whopper look bigger than it is on its in-store menu boards, thus misleading customers into thinking they'll get more food.
Well, yeah, menu
than they
board's
do.
huge. You're not going to have a Whopper that big.
And it says the lawsuit says that the Whopper, Burger King makes the Whopper look 35% larger than they are because the photo shows burgers with ingredients that overflow the bun. So they're suing. They got a class action lawsuit. That's just advertising, though, right? I mean, all advertising is misleading that way.
Yeah, I mean, they take liberties.
They do. And also, they were telling McDonald's and Wendy's were both hit with a lawsuit saying that they defrauded customers because their ads made the burgers look larger than they actually are. And Taco Bell was also sued earlier this year. They said that the chain showed menu items that had larger portions of ingredients than they actually had. Again, that's advertising. I don't think I've ever been anywhere where they have pictures and I order it and I get it and it's like, oh, this is exactly what that picture of.
I'm just happy. Excuse me. I'm just happy if it resembles what's in the picture.
If they just get what I ask them to put on it.
Is this a bird?
I think all advertising should be, they just pick it. They don't know when or what store, but at some point the advertising agency just has to go in, order whatever it is. I want the Whopper or the Whopper Junior or the Whopper, or whatever it is. They won't know. Boom. They make it. The guy comes in with the camera. Click. There's your sandwich.
Yep.
This is now your ad for the next 3 months. That's it.
That's a good
Same way
policy.
with
Junior-
McDonald's or KFC or whatever. You order the stuff, they just come in and randomly take a picture.
Yeah,
good
I'll say the
policy.
Whopper Junior, the meat is almost non-existent. I mean, it's a small piece of meat.
Well, see, that there is, I think, a naming, because if you get like the McDouble, I expect, okay, I know that the single hamburger or the McDouble, the meat is small.
Yeah.
It's not. When you say
This
Whopper,
still says Whopper, yeah. Even though it
now
says
who
Junior.
out there hasn't said, oh, I've got a Whopper, and then have been embarrassed later on because you don't have a Whopper.
You
I
got
mean,
a
that's,
Junior?
you might have a Junior. You might have a Baby Moon. We don't know what is happening. I think, though, that they need to start doing more of this type of advertising. But advertising in general is deceptive and has always been. I don't know who ordered this and really thought that they were going to get what they saw on the menu board.
At that size.
I think if we implemented what Doug was suggesting, nobody would buy their products. They would not go to the restaurants for that. I mean, if they saw what that looked like on TV on commercials, sales would plummet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
And you really like looking at even the cover picture on that article. I mean, that says it all right there. That literally says everything you need.
Yeah, I've never been to a Burger King where I got that sandwich ever.
Yeah. Well, and even too with some of to go on a little side rant, I mean, you see videos of how advertising companies put their dishes together. It's not food. It's like
It's not the real thing.
no, it's like styrofoam, and they spray paint it,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
do all this stuff to it, and it's
Which
not
probably
even
tastes
food.
better than the real stuff.
Probably most of the time. Yeah, it's not even the actual ingredients that they're using for the advertisement. It's like props, from a movie set or something that they construct and put together.
All they need to do is, like in pictures you see online and stuff, it should just have little parentheses that say not actual size.
Well, that's what they say on chip bags. They say chips enlarged to show texture, or flavor and texture, or whatever.
Do that to the Whopper. Then you won't have a class
Or you
action
buy a
lawsuit.
bag of chips and it's 1/3 full and the rest of it's air. It's like,
Yeah,
what
they
am I
are
buying?
guilty. That's almost worse than the burgers.
I would agree with you. I was also looking, I was trying to find in here, they didn't say what they were suing for. Like, I didn't see a dollar amount. And the only people that get paid is the lawyers. They're the ones that make any money. But I did see what Taco Bell said here. Taco Bell, meanwhile, was just roped a few weeks ago into another lawsuit revolving around misleading food photography. This time involving menu items such as the Mexican pizza and Crunch Wrap Supreme. Plaintiffs allege that the Taco Bell menu photography misleading, inaccurate, and deceptively depicts items such as the Crunch Wrap bursting with beef beans or other fillings.
I can't wait for the
leading to inevitable disappointment with what is actually delivered.
You're at Taco Bell.
yeah.
Says the suit leans on the language of economic hard times, saying that Taco Bell's actions are especially concerning now that inflation, food and meat prices are very high, and many consumers, especially the lower income consumers, are struggling financially. They're seeking damages totaling $500 per item sold between January 31st and 2020 and the final day of whatever this legal disposition was.
Why? Is that when it started?
I don't know.
It didn't happen prior to that?
See, now this is where if you're the Taco Bell lawyer or the something, I say, Your Honor, please, if I may. You can see the population of the United States is struggling with a deadly disease of obesity. We are merely trying to save people's lives by they won't eat less. They won't. We tried to make them eat less. They order 2 or 3 Whoppers at a time. So we have to make them smaller so they just won't kill themselves.
Well, their slogan is "Live Moss." They want you to live more, live longer.
Burger King's was have it your way.
Yes.
So,
And McDonald's.
and when I first saw it, I thought maybe the king got a little handsy with somebody, but it was just the.
Well, I'm sure that happened too. They weren't as offended at that.
Yeah.
One other side story before
Go
we
ahead.
go on. I can't wait for the commercials on TV. Have you ordered a Taco Bell item in the last 3 years? Is this like the
right after mesothelioma.
Yeah, it's like
and
the-
did I drink the water at
Camp
Camp
Lejeune.
Lejeune?
I can't wait for those commercials to show up now.
Oh,
And
they
it
got
has,
you.
a guy looking distraught walking down the street and his tacos falling apart, looking at the camera.
And so he has to pull out a magnifying glass to look at his taco. Gosh.
So what other but yeah, if you look at commercials, like, so you mean if I order a light beer that it doesn't make me in shape and attractive and go out camping with a bunch of young, good looking people? Like, hey, I'm drinking Miller Lite.
Maybe it does.
Maybe I need to do that. Or aftershave Axe. If you spray that on you, you mean women aren't just going to flock around you and just attack you, mob you? Or Nugenics. Male boosting. You ever seen those commercials?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, hey, isn't that Doug Flutie and the Big Hurt? He's like, that's right. We have testosterone boosting and your wife will like it too. It's like, I got sued. I tried this and my wife didn't like it at all. I demand restitution. In fact, she said I was worse somehow. I don't even know how that's possible.
Hey, I've got a thought on this.
Oh.
Have we checked out the size of Reese's Holidays to the commercials?
Oh, Reese's, we're coming after you.
Because if they're not the same, we're going to get paid off in Reese's, but
I'm going to die. I hope I lose. I can't afford to win that lawsuit.
a lifetime supply
A
of
lifetime
Reese's.
supply.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else before I head on?
No.
See,
All right.
that lawsuit would look real good if you were a kid forever.
Yes, it would.
You'd be a kid forever.
It would.
I can
Love
like,
it. Get to eat
I can
all
like
the
those as an adult.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you've got more time with them as a kid.
All right. In Indiana, a man was spotted driving a Power Wheels Jeep on an Indiana roadway, and he was arrested for piloting a toy car while under the influence.
Oh, shocker.
John McKee, 51, I like this, was pulled over around 9 p.m. Wednesday when an Indiana State police trooper noticed him driving a blue Power Wheels without lights or reflectors. That was the problem. Because
So
they didn't
your
have the lights
out.
or the reflectors.
Yeah.
Was he exceeding the speed limit?
That would be impressive.
That would. He's got it souped up.
McKee was stopped near his home.
Pit my Power
And,
Wheels.
I can't pronounce
Sorry.
it. Vincennes? Oh, no. Central Indiana City near the border with Illinois. Since McKee appeared impaired, the trooper administered field sobriety tests, most of which McKee reportedly failed. He gave him the little square toy we had, and he had to put the blocks in the shapes of things. We're going to keep with the toy motif here. The the United States jigsaw. You dump it over, you got to put the stake back on.
Oh, gosh.
Sir, sorry. You're going to have to go. McKee, who agreed to a blood draw at the local hospital, told cops that he had pot and crystal meth in his system. McKee was released late last night custody after posting a $5,000 bond on the felony rap.
Did they arrest him with little Power Wheel squad cars?
I was going to say the cops would pull him over with a green machine.
Yeah.
Gets out and he has the little plastic handcuffs and the megaphone. Sir, you're going to have to get out of the Power Wheels, please. Could have a big one. I like this. McKee was,
a little tow truck came and picked it up.
His rap sheet includes numerous convictions for crimes like trespassing, possession of drug paraphernalia, marijuana possession, and criminal mischief. Criminal mischief.
Well, I would call this mischief.
Yeah.
As for McKee's ride, which can top out at 5 miles an hour, unless modified,
then it'll go 180.
Troy's Towing was contracted to come and take possession of the Power Wheels.
Hey, boss, should I take the smaller truck?
I picture it's on the back. You see that Power Wheels going, it's all jacked up. The back wheels on.
It's just flopping around behind the truck.
So there you go. Out there on his Power Wheels Jeep. Another Jeep guy. We also have a man was arrested for assault late night. Rice should only be thrown at newlyweds, not strangers with whom you have a beef. A South Carolina man is behind bars after his arrest last night for striking a woman with thrown cooked rice on a Myrtle Beach. This is the stuff I'm talking about. Should he be arrested and you threw rice at somebody? I mean,
maybe he thought he was at a wedding.
I don't know. Police say James Encarnacion. Yeah, thank you. Encarnacion, 31, was collared Monday evening following the late night incident seen at Wright. Encarnacion was charged with misdemeanor, assault, and battery. According to a police report, Encarnacion threw rice into the vehicle of a 43-year-old male witness. While it's unclear who was the intended target, the rice struck a 39-year-old South Carolina woman.
So he missed the guy?
What? This drives me insane. I hate this stuff. Cops noted Encarnacion was holding a takeout container of rice when they arrived on the scene. Additionally, rice was also observed inside the vehicle near where the victim was seated, near where the victim and witness were sitting. The incident occurred on the retail strip next on Ocean Beach, as well as a Mexican eatery and a restaurant selling sushi. Police cited no injuries in the rice attack.
I got a piece of rice
I
in my
picture
eye.
you go into this place and they go around and there's just 427 tiny little white chalk outlines of where the rice all was around.
Well, and they've got the numbered evidence too. Yeah.
Really?
Gosh.
Assault and battery with rice.
At the end, it says police cited no injuries suffered. I mean, he threw rice at you. I'm sure it wasn't pleasant. But really,
and did he just walk up and throw it, or was he
aggravated? Yeah. Gosh.
Okay, this one there was another one that was related to that. You guys, I wasn't on our outline, so I'm going to read this one real quick. A Florida man was arrested. After allegedly pelting a pair of Walgreens workers with Snickers bars.
Oh my gosh!
The employees were not injured in the candy assault. Cops say that Idel Noy, I can't even pronounce that last name, tangled with workers after unsuccessfully trying to buy cigarettes at a Walgreens store in Clearwater. He was shown refuse service due to the business policy. Denied his smokes. He reportedly became irate and began throwing Snickers bars at a female employee who was hit in the face by the airborne candy, which contains nougat, caramel, and peanuts. I love how they break it down. All of which are enrobed in milk chocolate. A second worker then told him he had to leave, but he refused. Instead, he allegedly threw Snickers bars at that employee, striking him in the
Is
chest.
he carrying around a box of Snickers?
Well, he's probably at the
He's-
register, so he's just grabbing them.
Well, he's got good aim.
So, yeah, he was arrested, posted a $1,000 bail. So, as far as assault with food, what is the worst? I think rice, that's got to be right up there with
Well, and he even said
salt.
cooked rice. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
So
it's
white-
soft.
it's soft.
Yeah.
That's it with your mouth, you choked on it.
If it was clumped, maybe it'd have some, but it would break. As soon as it
Clumped
would
and
hit ya.
frozen.
Yeah.
You have like
Yeah.
a frozen rice ball.
Yeah.
Then it may be okay. Now the Snicker, I get it. Snickers is satisfying.
It's got some bulk to
I bet
it,
he was satisfied when he threw that Snicker at somebody.
but they weren't.
Maybe that was wrong. He hadn't had his Snickers. Remember, wasn't that their
Yeah.
commercial?
Yeah, he was someone else.
Yes, he was angry. He was angry because he hadn't, or hangry, I guess.
Hangry.
because
Well,
he
I
hadn't
think
had his Snickers.
he's got a lawsuit on. He can say, "Hey, I had a Snickers and it
It
did not
didn't
help me."
It did not satisfy. I still threw it at somebody after I ate it. All right. The last thing I heard, they had the 15th World Gravy Wrestling Championship.
What in the
I don't know. It's in Lancashire, England, at Rosen Bowl. I think that's a pub.
Rosen Bowl.
Says the World Wrestling Gravy Championship placed in the top 10 of weirdest sports, which I didn't look up what the other 9 were. And pastimes. The World Gravy Wrestling Championship will again be held at the Rosen Bowl, Stackedes, Rosendale, Lancashire. Hundreds will gather for the famous Lancashire venue on the August bank holiday. It says, watch competitors get down and dirty in a pool of gravy. All the contestants have to do is defeat their opponents in a 2-minute long wrestling match in the gravy. Points are scored for fancy dress,
Fancy
comedy,
dress.
effect, and entertainment value. In previous years, hopefuls have jetted in from all over the globe to compete in this legendary contest, which is now in its 15th year. So I went to they have a page, the World Gravy Wrestling Championship page, and it talks about it in here. It says they have 16, they're looking for 16 male contestants, 8 females to battle it out. All entrants must be amateur. You can't be a professional gravy wrestler.
That's right. You got to be an amateur.
You have to be an amateur
The
status.
pros, that's just too much. I mean,
Participants should register by completing, blah, blah, blah. Where was that? It says it's for entertainment purposes only. There are no mixed wrestling. Men will wrestle men. Women will wrestle women. They're not, it says 4 bouts. You may expect to take part in up to 4 bouts for men and 3 for women. Your progress as far as the final. But they said here that, there's no mixed sex fighting. Weird way to put it. But each bout lasts for about 2 minutes. The judges will choose a winner who will progress to the next round. It says that they're judged on, they have to wear some kind of a fancy outfit and entrance into the ring, comedy.
It's a whole
effect.
WWE
Oh, yeah, it is.
production.
And that's how they
basically.
win.
Yeah.
So there you go. You can do some gravy wrestling. What? It looks like brown gravy from the pictures.
yeah, it does. It looks like brown gravy.
Stone Cold Steve Sausage.
See, that was-
That's pretty good.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? I think we all know. It's sausage and gravy.
Can you request white gravy?
See, I think the white gravy is a little clumpier. I think
Yeah.
it would, I don't know. I like white gravy a little better. But, what other foods could you wrestle? What would be a better or worse food? Do you have any thoughts on that? We have
Pancake syrup.
Ooh,
that would be a bad one. That would be a bad one.
Yeah, that's a
Well,
good
we've all heard,
suggestion.
you've
Whole
heard
lot
of
of
the,
sticking going on.
you've
Yeah.
heard of the Jello wrestling or pudding wrestling, and now we have the gravy wrestling. Yeah, the syrup would be bad. Hot sauce.
Ooh, hot sauce could be
Hot
bad.
sauce would be
Yeah.
bad.
Gets in too many crevices.
Ooh, your nooks and crannies would be on fire.
Yes, they would.
Your baby moon taint would be burnt. It would not be good.
Those nooks and crannies.
Oh,
They
yes,
get it
they
every
would.
time.
So I think iced tea would be better. That's a drink, though. But it'd be
Yeah.
cooling, soothing. It'd be kind of soothing.
Relish.
Oh,
interesting.
yeah. Relish
That'd be
would be
gross.
gross. I would not like relish. ketchup. The smell of just that, a giant vat of ketchup would make me want to throw up.
Cooked spinach.
Oh, I hate cooked spinach. The only thing I can think worse than that would be cooked peas. I hate cooked peas. Ooh.
Let's see what else.
We could do Greg's favorite, giant thing of ranch dressing.
Ranch
Hey, dip me in
wrestling.
ranch, man.
I'm honestly surprised that that's not a thing.
Maybe you should bring that up. We could do it. Have Hidden Valley
No
sponsor
sponsor
it.
Yeah.
The big ranch
Well, it's got to
wrestling.
be Hidden Valley. It's got to be the good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can't be the cheapy knockoff Kroger brand or
No.
whatever.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else.
What about a big vat of peanut butter?
That'd be tough to
You
get
can't
around
really
in. No,
Yeah.
you'd just be stuck in it. Blah. I can't get to
I
you.
can't wrestle you.
You got your chocolate in my peanut butter. Oh no!
There should
You
be
keep your chocolate out of the peanut butter.
There should be no chocolate in here.
No, not in this. I don't know.
You do queso.
Yeah,
You do
queso.
It's hot. Hot
Yeah.
queso.
The syrup, I think that was
That's a good one.
That was a good one. The hot sauce would just be brutal.
That one's like an endurance challenge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoever
in your
taps out
eyes
first.
and your
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
brutal.
bad.
That would be
The
brutal.
syrup would be. It would take you forever to get cleaned up from the syrup.
It'd be armpits.
Oh, you're just
talking about your
sticking-
nooks and crannies,
Oh,
man.
It's just gross. Just stuck together.
Well, your nooks and crannies will be all. Yeah, I mean, it's just like you've got one or the other
It'd be
now.
all
They're
welded
all
shut. You'd look like a Ken doll.
My little nose would be plugged up.
Yes, it would. You might die. I just smile and eat my way out. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other ones. I can't think of any other ones.
I'm sure there are.
I'm sure there are
Tons.
too. We're probably
One that
missing
I would absolutely hate, and this is a personal thing. I hate the inside of pumpkin. Like when you carve a
Oh,
pumpkin.
Ooh,
that
that would be
pumpkin
pretty
guts would be
gross.
bad.
I
Oh, yeah.
hate
They should,
that.
that should be here.
Yeah.
They have the pumpkin festival that's coming up this
Yeah.
week.
So we get that pumpkin wrestling.
Ugh.
I think
You could have wrestled that pumpkin.
Mike can be the first contestant.
No, I'm good. I don't want any part of it. Just
That would be bad. That would be a bad one, too.
wrestling
Might
in
get a
that.
seed stuck in your eye.
All right. I don't know. You got anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Mike? No. Me neither. All right. Well, that will wrap up this episode. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you had a good time. Relax. Take in a deep breath. Hey, check out all of our social media.
With my little
YouTube.
nose, I can't
Your
take
little
a deep
nose.
breath.
Greg's taking in some deep breaths. Check
Sounds
out
like I'm doing
YouTube
Lamaze.
and YouTube and Rumble. We throw out some videos of us trying different products, and sometimes they're good, sometimes not so much. And make sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere else. Hope you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.